that. Switch the camera around. Oh, that's sideways. There we go. So not up there. Down here. Wait, that's upside down. Why is that upside down? This way? Nope, that doesn't work either. So that way. Don't have an overhead camera yet. This is up here. Yeah, that'll work. That's not going to work either. Well, okay. Hi. I'm trying to check my stream on YouTube. I'm not even worried about YouTube right now. Hi, how are you? So I'm trying to get the logistics of being able to see the drawing, and I don't think that's going to work. But here it is. We're working on it. My eyes are so bad. It's just you and me, huh, Kayla? So I'm going to sit here and doodle and see if anybody comes in. Hi, welcome. Just checking out all the logistics and the settings and everything. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, go ahead and say yes in the chat. I'd be really appreciative of that. JJ West, huh? Oh no. Okay, well thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just checking out all the settings and trying to get everything straight. It's my first stream, and my name is Harmony Teresa Harper, and I like to do art, and I also have written some music, and the links are down for my music. That is right below in my profile, in my bio on here. So I do have some inventory that I have ordered, and it's coming pretty soon. And then I will be doing some sales on here. And I do have some art prints that I will be showing today. Um, and those are in my store. So if you're interested in looking at the art prints, you can look at the art prints there. And also purchase them right now, or you can wait until we have an auction. It's totally up to you guys. So anyway, nice to have you in. I really appreciate it. And this is what I'm working on right now. Just I like doing a lot of abstract stuff, so this is what I'm working on. And the ones that I like, I turn into art prints, and I'll be posting them in the shop for you guys. So that's what I'm working on. If you have any questions and you'd like to ask me anything, you're welcome to do so. I need my scrap paper. I'm using acrylic marker, paint markers right now, and they're brand new. So you have to kind of tap them to get them going. And then once they're going, then you can start doing your art. I've got my Barry Manilow playing. I'm also simultaneously streaming to YouTube, which I know is not going to work. They're going to flag me on that Barry Manilow music. But over here on Whatnot, they don't do that. So that's kind of cool. So where's everybody from? What do you guys been doing today? And did you have a good 4th of July? I know that my family was watching the fireworks together, and I had to work last night, and I work overnight, so I had to sleep. So that's what I was doing. Delaware here, yes. That Let's Talk About Deals is my daughter Kayla. Give her her channel some love, please. She's going to be selling a lot of stuff in the future, and she's kind of my tech person to teach me how to do everything on here. So that's really good. That's why we're not doing auctions yet, because I haven't quite figured out how to do them yet. Okay, so I'm just when I start a piece like this, I generally just grab some household items for shapes. I start putting a few circles here and there, and some straight lines and squiggly lines, and whatever happens to pop into my head. And I'm always surprised by these designs when they get finished. They always have some kind of shape or something that I didn't intend to be in there, but it comes together pretty fun. So this is the one I'm working on right now. Lots of crazy, as my granddaughter put it. There's a lot going on in that one, Grandma. So cute. So I have in my shop, I have some prints, photo prints of previous artwork that I have done. These are $20 each, and they're available. You can purchase them right in the shop, and I can mail them out to you. Here's another one. The first one was called Random Thoughts, And I did not plan for this parrot to show up when I was putting all the shapes together and everything. But as I was coloring, I saw a parrot in there, so I started coloring it like it was a parrot. See that parrot in there? It's kind of abstract, but it looks like a parrot to me. And so the things just kind of pop out. It's kind of like when you're laying on your back as a kid and you're looking up at the clouds in the sky and you see shapes. And that's what happens when I'm doing this kind of artwork. So I have this design, which is Ascend to the Sun. I have this design, which is Random Thoughts. And then I have one other one. Mouse balloon flying down the street parade. Here is a building over on the side of the street. So this is like the big giant balloons that go down on the Thanksgiving Day parade. So that's why it's called Macy's Parade. I only have one of these. This is a photo print. It's signed on the back. It has my information on the back, and then it's also signed within the design right down here at the bottom. And this one goes for 30 or 35, whatever I have it on in the shop. And then the other ones were 20. So that's what I have available right now. I'll be trying to get some more prints in there as soon as I possibly can. I have some other designs that I've been working on over the past years, different ones. This is one of them. And I think that's kind of a no-named one at the moment. I haven't really given it a title. Here's another one. And this one right here. I think I will make some prints of this one. I do like the contrast with the yellow and the bright colors in the middle. And then I also do sometimes watercolors. And this is a watercolor that I did. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. And I do have some more of these that I'll be trying to locate so I can show them on the channel. They're all kind of packed away at the moment. So yeah, we got some inventory. We're going to be getting quite a few deliveries, and then we'll have some. I have some Pokemon stuff that's coming in. I have a really fancy plate that we may put up for auction. Let me show you what that plate looks like. I'll be right back. This one you may recognize the faces on. It's Diana and Prince Charles. And we will be auctioning this off in the future. Not exactly sure, but if you just follow the channel, you'll be able to find that out. We'll figure it out. I'd like to find out a little bit more about it before I set prices or do anything like that. So we have that coming up. And then today I was able to locate some really old vintage 78 records with some Bing Crosby and some Jeanette MacDonald. And they're actually in folders like a whole set. Let me get that for you. So they're vintage records that we just located today. It's got the RCA. I don't know if it's going to show up. The RCA symbol with the Victrola and the dog. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you can see it right there. And the record albums are all in sleeves. So we may be auctioning this off in the future. In the front cover of this, it says patented December 17th, 1918. Victor Talking Machine Company. Back before they even called it record players, this was made. So I'm going to find out what the value of this is, or we may put it up for auction or something. And I've actually got two folders like this of old records. So that's coming up in the future. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm not going to be on very long because it's very warm out in the garage. I've also been up all night long working, and I haven't had any sleep yet. And I didn't sleep well yesterday either. One other thing I'd like to touch on is that I do have music that I have written. It is available for download. The links are below in the bio. And I have a YouTube channel, which is why my name is YouTuber HTHMTV. If you just type HTHMTV in the YouTube search bar, you'll find me. And I sing a lot of old karaoke music from like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and a few of the things from more recent than that. So I thank you for being in here. I'm going to do a little drawing. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I'll just hang out with you guys for a while. Okay? Enjoy. I lost my drawing under all of my previous drawings. There they are. Ooh, warm. Hi, Amber. How you doing? And Mac. Let's see who else is here. Wow, got a lot of people in here. Thanks for dropping in. I don't know if you heard all of that. I'm just going to hold up the piece I'm working on right now. And I actually just started this today from its conception on forward. So I just started drawing a lot of lines, and then I went over them with Sharpie, and now I'm working with acrylic paint markers. And so that's what I'm doing. If it comes out good, I'll take a photo of it and make some prints. So enjoy. I'm just going to sit here and chill out, guys. So eventually I'll get a better system where you guys can see what I'm doing when I'm working, because it's kind of hard to see it this way. How's the music? Is it too quiet? Too loud? What is the music level? Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. I keep getting messages to check my stream on YouTube, which I tried to do, and I didn't see it. So I'll figure that out later. I will be auctioning some things off in the future, waiting on inventory to show up. This is my first stream, and I'm trying to just figure out controls and how to do things. So bear with me. I'm new. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Maybe I can do it this way. That might work better. I just recently went to the Barry Manilow concert in Philadelphia. This is his last year touring, and then he is going to take up a residency in Las Vegas. But he looked amazing and sounded amazing and has not lost his ability to entertain a crowd for sure. I was very happy I went. Whoa, I keep losing the lids to these pens. They're just flying all over the garage. So let's see, we got the purple. Where am I going to put that? Let's put it right next to the bright yellow so we have some contrast. Let's see, am I on camera at all? The painting is what needs to be on camera, not me. I love these acrylic markers, paint markers, because it's easier to be precise with where you're putting your paint down than it is with a regular paintbrush. I have a little bit of trouble sometimes with my hands getting shaky, especially if I'm trying to do something that's detailed. So these work really well for me. So what's everybody doing on Whatnot? Are you sellers? Are you buyers? Are you just browsing? What are we all doing here? I was able to get bundled Pokemon boxes, so I'll be having some Pokemon things, and we have some really cute girls dresses that are coming in, and we have some hoodies that are coming in for children. I believe it's a size medium, and the other one I think is larger than that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. We've got quite a bit of stuff. Sometimes I like to switch gears and grab a piece of like a jewelry box, plain wooden jewelry box or something from the craft store, do wood burning or paint it and decorate it and everything. So I might do some of those things in the future too. I'm not sure. We will see what mood strikes me, what I want to do. It's a good thing about art. No matter what you do, it's never wrong. There are no rules. Everything's okay to do. And I really like that. I'm liking this contrast here with that yellow and that purple. I suppose I might be able to auction off some of the originals at some point. I do have some paintings on canvas that I've done, but I was only getting started with it, and a lot of them have started to be sentimental for me, and I may not want to get rid of the originals, which is why I'm making prints. Check the chat. Looks like we had a lot of people pop in. 25 of 120. Okay. Popped in for a while. I think everybody popped in and then popped back out. But that's okay. 'Cause I'll be popping out after a few minutes because, as I said, I haven't had any sleep. Play. Keep playing. There we go. Kayla, how is the level on the music? Is it quiet? Can anybody hear it, or do I need to bring it up? Just playing with the settings here, trying to figure out where everything is. That turns the camera, that shares. What is more? Items, tip settings. Good shot. 2 items for auction.
With my Philips Latte Go, it's always a good time for a coffee. In the morning rush or during afternoon break.
Buy now.
I start with the freshly ground beans and finish with a creamy steamed milk. Coffee's like from a cafe. Perfect for meeting with friends.
Okay, that makes sense so far.
Phillips Latte Go. It's never a bad time for good coffee.
Someone else who cares, when there's someone home who's waiting just for me. Even now I think about you as I'm climbing up the stairs, and I wonder what to do so she won't see. Even now, when I know it wasn't right, and I found a better life than what we had. Even now I wake up crying in the middle of the night, and I can't believe it still could hurt so bad. Even now when I have come so far, I wonder where you are. I wonder why it's still so hard without you. Even now, when I come shining through, I swear I think of you and how I wish you knew. Even now.
Hey, welcome in, Lisa. It's nice to see you. My name is Harmony, and I do some art. That's what I'm working on. And there's some links below for my singing links and my music links. And I will be auctioning some art in the future, and also some regular products and things when my inventory gets here. It's nice to have you. Thanks for showing up. How you doing? Hello, Mike. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Just working on a little piece of art, which I may or may not turn into some art prints to put in my shop. And let's see. I have a bad habit of popping the lids of these things off, and they're way over there, so I can't get to them right now. So we'll just have to do without it. Let's go with a pink here somewhere. So these original designs, I actually just doodled this today, and then did the line work for it, and now I'm coloring it in with these acrylic paint markers because they're a little more precise than brushes. Nice to have everybody. Thank you for dropping in. This is my first stream, and I'm just learning a few things about the platform. And you know, we have that couple of hours requirement at the beginning when you join the site. So that's what I'm working on now. My inventory is on a truck somewhere in the US headed this way. So I don't have it yet. So I'm just working on the art. I have some music links down in my profile, in my bio for my original songs that I've written. In case anybody is interested. If you Google Harmony Teresa Harper, there's a lot of links out there for things I've done over the years, things I've worked on. Hello, welcome in. Camera angles are difficult. I probably should have this on an easel and do it like real artists do it. I'm at my daughter's home right now, so I'm just kind of working with what I have here. Please check my shop. There's some art prints in there. Don't have many. I have 4 art prints available of one design and 3 of another. And then the large Macy's Parade one, I only have 1 of right now. So if you want them, you probably want to grab them, because they won't probably be there since I don't have that many. Hi, Tiny. How you doing? Robra. That sounds like a nickname. Someone gave that nickname at some point. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. I'm a newbie, and right now I'm just getting used to how a live works. Not really worried about making any money right now. I'm just trying to say hi, get to know you guys. Do we have any artists in the room right now? Anybody that's in? You can go ahead and shout out what your channel is. Is it a channel on here? What do we call these things? Sales floors? I don't know. What do we call them? Anyway, tell me what your site's all about. Everybody, tell me. I'd love to hear. And that way, everybody else in the room can find out what it's about. Oh, it's warm. You know what else these paintings are good for? To make good fans. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. I do a lot of abstract work, but I also love using watercolors and making landscapes because I find that the watercolors have a life of their own. They create shadows and images when they're applied to the paper. They're quite unexpected sometimes, and you have a lot of happy accidents. What you thought was just a blob of paint suddenly becomes foliage or a shadow on a mountain or ripples in the water. And there's just so much life to watercolor. I love it. It's not something you can really control that well, though. So if that's something you want to control what's happening, you may not like them because it takes a lot of practice to be able to do that for sure. Okay, we need a variation in color here. I'm getting bored with the pinks and purples. Let's try some green. Yay. Some use basically a virtual garage sale. Yeah, that's what my daughter's is. She's starting out with garage sale kind of themes too, and that's my daughter is let's talk about deals, as in taco about deals. Hi, Danny, how you doing? Nice to have you guys in here. So I'm gonna, before you guys got in here, I went live a little early today because I wanted to get familiar with everything. I'm going to show you a few of my pieces. This is one of them. And I may actually make prints of this because this is one of my favorites. I actually like this one a lot. Okay. And here's another one. They all have kind of the same kind of theme going on. Lots of bright colors, lots of weird shapes. But this is a watercolor that I did. And I really didn't have to put too much thought into it. That's what I mean about watercolors. They just kind of, they help you along a little bit. You end up with some real happy accidents with lighting and contrast and everything. So I don't have a title for that one, but except maybe Moonlight or something, you know. It's definitely like a twilight kind of a picture. Anyway, so I'm not sure. I'm going to go through some of my art and I'm going to pick out the ones I want to do for prints. And if you guys see anything you want me to make prints for, then I can do that. The small, like an 8x10 print, I usually sell for about $20. And if it's a little bit larger, then they have to go up because it costs me to make them. It costs me a little bit more. This is the prints I have available right now. This one is what I call random thoughts because that's exactly what it looks like. There's lots of little shapes. We had a parrot sneak its way into the thing. After the fact, when I was actually adding color, I noticed the parrot, but that was all random and quite accidental. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. They're like an 8x10 size, and they would be $20 each. And I can ship those out to you guys. And then I have this one, which is called Ascend to the Sun. And it's kind of a futuristic, kind of maybe a little alien thing going on there. And I have 1, 2, and 3 of those. And that would be $20 as well. Okay, and then the final one that I have ready right now, like an 11x14 size. This is called Macy's Parade, and it's kind of maybe hard to see on here, but if I back it up a little bit, see this big eye here and that eye there, and then the big Mickey Mouse ears here and here. When I look at this picture, I think of the big balloons that traveled down in front of Macy's on Thanksgiving Day in the parade that I have watched since I was a child, every year. So this reminds me of a gigantic Mickey Mouse balloon that they're pulling down the street. And then there's a building right here along the edge. And so that's like, to give a hint of the size and scale of this. So anyway, that's Macy's Parade. I only have one of this, and it's $35. So those are available in the shop if anybody is interested. I'm going to set those back there and chill out again and do some more art. And what color? Everybody chat. Everybody tell me what color I was going to use. Oh, yes. Green. Yay. I'm going to go with what needs to be green. Oh, this plant over here. A little plant in the corner. I will eventually get set up where I have an easel so everybody can see what's going on a little bit better. Ready to take a chance again. Ready to put my love on the line with you. Been living with nothing so for it. You get what you get and you go for it. And I'm ready to take a chance again with you. Whew, it's warm out here. Where's everybody from? Are you guys in a cooler part of the nation? And that's a question. No, I guess it's international. This platform, isn't it? I was wondering if it was, and then I realized it probably is. Yes. My daughter, Kayla, has a Facebook group called Let's Talk About Deals, like taco. And you can look her up and join. She goes and puts posts of things she's got for sale there as well. And sometimes she goes live and does a virtual garage sale there as well. And my daughter Amanda is on Facebook, and she is an event planner. She does beautiful sculptures with balloons and decorations for parties and things. And her Facebook page is And It Was Good Events. So you guys can look her up if you wish. You got anywhere near the Delaware, Maryland area and you need a party handled, she could do that for you guys.
Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar.
So how long has everybody that's in here, how long have you been on what's the name of our platform? Whatnot. How long have you been on Whatnot? And are you enjoying yourself while you've been here?
Or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. High blood sugar which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slower uncontrolled body movements.
Got that green on there pretty good. Yay.
Sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion or cough. Side effects X may not appear for weeks. Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Here's some progress.
Incredible deal. When you're spending
The one thing about my these abstract things is I never know which way to hold it. I don't know if this is the top or that's the top or that's the top. But I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, right? Whoever is looking at it can hold it however they want to. So much freedom in abstract.
just the same as you did last time I touched you.
Oh my. Look at all these people. Yep, that's Kayla. I'm in Delaware. Let's talk about deals here and on Facebook. Thrift store and liquidation palette. Yay! But I already knew that. But that's good. It's nice to have responses like that. I appreciate it. And I am so thrilled that you guys all came in to say hi. Thank you so much for that. And as for you, Kayla, I don't know what I would do without you, girl. You inspire me every day. Uh-oh, I smudged my green. I'm gonna have to work on that. So I think I've lost count, but I think I have 33 grandkids, maybe. I never know. There can always be more on the way, so you never know. And they are all amazing. Those that I've met, some of them are living further away, and I never really have gotten to be around them. So, but I know they are amazing because I know their moms and dads are amazing. Boy, this music is making me a little sad. I went to the Barry Manilow concert, and I'm probably never going to see him perform again because he's going to be in Vegas, and I don't expect to go to Vegas anytime soon. So, kind of makes me a little sad, but I'm so glad that he's still able to perform and make people happy. All right, we have a plant in the corner. Woo-hoo. We don't know if it's the bottom or top corner though, do we? All right. We are doing really well on our time. I like that. I don't know. Is it kind of nice to come into a stream and not have somebody trying to sell you something? There's an awful lot of selling on this side, isn't there? I'm kidding. I know that's the purpose of it. I'm being silly here. There we go. All right. What's next? Where do I want to go next?
When you're craving this much goodness, Hardy's all-new barbecue
Oh,
Frisco
we'll
is
go
100%
with
Vegas
this
beef,
right here.
16-hour slow-smoked barbecue,
I will give you guys a peek
toasted sourdough.
from
Hardee's
time to time, but it's really hard to work on this when it's turned around the other way so that you guys can see it.
Save up to 50% on dealership quality car keys at Ace. Ace is the place for helpful heart.
Such a pretty song. YouTube will be mad at me. Yeah, they will block it for sure. I guess I won't multi-stream. I'll just stay on this platform where we can play some music without getting in trouble.
I'm thrilled at the sight, and I could get so romantic tonight. You're all dressed up to go dreaming. Now don't tell me I'm wrong. What a night to go dreaming. Mind if I tag along? If I say I love you, I want you.
Welcome to all the other people, the new people that just popped in. I am working on an art piece, and I'm not really set up with an easel where I can look at the chat too much and then look back at the work. So I'm just peeking every once in a while. If you guys sneak in, don't feel bad. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just chilling out here making an art piece. If it comes out nice, I'll probably make some prints and put them in the shop to make them available to you guys if you are interested.
What a night to go dreaming. Mind if I tag along? If I say
Okay, I'm gonna go with a blue, I think. No, wait a minute.
it's not just
Is that black?
because
I hope that this is the right color that I want it to be. My eyes are not what they used to be. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about, but as you get older, you kind of lose the ability to see as well. There we go. Okay, we're going to call that color black. I don't know if it actually is. If it's not, it's a very dark blue or something. It's pretty bad when somebody who's trying to do art doesn't know which colors are which, right?
and downs. Making a dinner that makes their whole day. And giving your best friend the best nutrients for their best life. Science did that. Life is more legal than you think, and LegalZoom is here now. Whether it's registering a business, starting a will or trust, or
It's very satisfying using these acrylic markers. I really like them a lot. They're paint pens. It gives you so much control over where you're putting it. So the earliest thing I can remember drawing as a young child was on lined leaf book. I can't talk. Loose leaf book paper, like, lined paper like you use in school. I take the whole bunch of them or staple the whole bunch of them together into a little makeshift book with pages, and then drew a bunch of really, really poor drawings of horses and called it My Book of Horses. And I don't remember drawing anything earlier than that in my life. Yeah, I like that with the red in there. Added a little red, black, and white there and make that thing pop, because all the rest of the stuff is kind of pastel colors. I love the contrast in this kind of stuff. And let's see. Wow, I didn't even realize that, but this sort of looks like a harp right here. You know, like a fancy shaped harp with the strings and stuff. That was an accident. That's what I'm talking about. I don't intend for these things to show up in the drawings. It's always a fun little surprise when they do. A lighter green. There we go. Let's do this one here. I'm trying to work on my the balance of color. We have some green over on this side, so I try to not put too much green all together. Spread the colors out so that it's kind of like a boom, boom, boom kind of thing, so that they're spread out nice around the drawing, so it doesn't get weighted too heavily in one direction or the other with warm and cold colors. I had never even heard of Whatnot until about maybe a week and a half ago. We had a customer come by for just a family garage sale that we're having, and they told us about the website, and then we started looking into it, and within 2 days I had won an iPad mini, a $50 Amazon card, and TV. And I didn't think it was possible to have that much good fortune from a website. And I haven't even received my inventory that I've purchased. And the cool thing is, I didn't have to buy any of that inventory, and I still would have won because the giveaways on the site are totally free. I think it's just a great thing. I've been telling everybody about the platform ever since I learned about it. You guys having good experiences so far? I like the way that the shipping labels just pop out of the printer. I think that's so amazing. Seems like that would make things really convenient for shipping everything out. Anybody else new? Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Lush. Wow, you guys are just popping in. So cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I will hold up this piece that I'm working on in a second here. I'm getting to a place where I can do that. I've only had my art. No, I take that back. I've had artwork put in two different art shows. It did not sell, but that's okay because I probably would have cried if I had to sell it anyway. It's very personal with me. But it was an honor to have the pieces in the show. One was in Winterville, Georgia, and the other one was here in Dover at the Dover Art League. When I start pulling my art pieces out of storage, I have them in the storage unit right now because I'm kind of in transition between residencies. I will start sharing some more art, not only in the shop but on my stream. Okay, so we're working with this right now. Just a lot of crazy designs and colors and patterns. And like I was saying, you never know which is top and bottom and side with something like this. Usually by the time I finish a piece, I kind of have an idea where I want to put my signature and what's top and bottom. But then I show it to somebody and they invariably they see it differently. But that's what art does, you know. Art's very personal for everybody. Everybody has their own experience with it. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of
spend less time in pain and more time living. If you are experiencing chronic symptoms, reach out
just a
today.
brown. Yeah. Okay, we'll do this up here. Oh, I like that color. Like a copper rust color. Orangey kind of brown. So be sure to follow me if you guys want to. That way, and make sure you bookmark any future shows. I don't have anything else up right now because I was just getting my feet wet, as it were, with everything on the site. And if you know anybody that likes art and or music, please don't hesitate to share it and let them know that I'm here. Oh, Could It Be Magic is about to play and it stopped. Love that song. Hi, 06767. Grateful Graham. That's what I am. I'm a Grateful Graham as well. By the time you get to be a grandma, you're definitely grateful about an awful lot of things, I think. So Graham, Grateful Graham, I'm working on an art piece. I don't know if you were here when I held it up the last time. Don't really have a good setup with the camera and easel situation at the moment, so I'm having to work in my lap and then just show it once in a while. There are some prints in my shop. I will be adding to them in the future, and we'll see what happens. But thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Hi, everybody. Wow. Every time I look up, there's a new name. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I don't know if anybody's been sharing or anything, but if you have, thank you for that. I appreciate it. New to the platform, didn't even know about it 2 weeks ago. Had never even heard of it. But that's just a reflection on me, not a reflection on the platform. There's so many social websites and So much social media, it's hard to keep track of everything, I think. So I have a YouTube channel, HTHMTV. All you got to do is reference my name on here, and I have been singing karaoke types covers of old music for many years. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel, all arranged in playlists according to a genre or by the artist who originally sang the songs or something like that. So it's organized enough that a person can fish through and figure out what they'd like to listen to. But I love to sing. I've been singing since I was a very small child. And I do have some original music. If you follow the links in my bio, you can get to those. So, and I love to do art. So I figured I would parlay a hobby maybe into some sales of some prints. But I'm also going to have regular inventory that we have auctions on as well. Just waiting for that to arrive in the driveway so that I can start doing that. About to hold this up again. Hello. I really appreciate it. You guys, there's so many people came in. Thank you for that. I have generally, so far, my daughter's been going, doing live streams here as well. And I've kind of been listening over on this in the wings to what has happened there. And it seems like everybody seems to be really super sweet and very supportive here. And that's always good, especially for newbies. You know, we don't know what we're doing and we're trying to figure it out. And having a lot of friends on here that are sweet, that helps a lot. So I appreciate that. Alrighty. Before I get going on that section, I'll hold it up again. So it's coming along. We got some eyes and some stars and some things. Like I said, that looks kind of like a heart. A heart. Wait a minute. In this direction, it looks like a heart. Nope, it was the other direction. See, I've got myself confused already. This right here reminds me of like a heart with the strings. But I never know what's going to pop up in these drawings. I don't use like any references or pictures usually. Basically, when I did this one today, I was sitting in the driveway in a chair, and I was looking at the patterns on the side of the house. So many patterns and things that we see in everyday life we don't even pay attention to. There's all kind of shapes and colors around us, and textures and all that kind of stuff, and it's right there if you're trying to think of an idea for something you want to do for an art piece. It's always right there in front of you. All we have to do is slow down long enough to take notice of it. So that stop and smell the roses thing really applies, I think. We all get so busy doing things that we forget how it used to be really fun as a child, you know, to just sit outside on the grass in the front yard and feel the sun on your shoulders and listen to the birds and watch an ant crawling across the ground and stuff. And we get so busy we miss all that. And but when you need a new pattern or a new texture for an abstract drawing, you start looking around, you see a lot of stuff that you forgot was even there. Kind of cool. Anywho, hi, this is my daughter. You may say hello if you wish.
Hello.
This is my beautiful daughter Kayla. She's all 4th of July out for the for the weekend
I got
with
my
her
hat.
patriotic stuff. Yep.
All that stuff.
Yep. So I've had a lot of people pop in. I still don't know if they're here because it says 2 people. So
Yeah, it's weird. Hard to tell sometimes.
I
But they
never
come
know.
in and out. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're doing great. I gotta go
Thanks.
plug my phone. It's about to die.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear the music? Were you watching the stream?
I can hear it.
You can hear the music
Yep.
like in the background a little?
Yep, that's good.
Awesome. Good. Good. That's great. See that? She helps me out all the time. When friends are hard to find, as Barry says. That was good timing, huh? So yeah, I haven't actually done any art in a really long time. My wow, I can't tell if you're in the chat right now. Type something in there. Put a happy face or a smile or something, because I can't tell if anybody's in here. Is anybody in here? I see a lot of names. I don't know if people popped in and then left. Is anybody here? Hello? Hello? I guess not. I guess everybody came for popped in for a visit. Found out there was no auction going on and there were no giveaways at the moment, and they just left. I don't know. No, I in Yellow's defense, I don't really have a lot going on right now. To be perfectly honest, I'm just trying to get to my 120 minutes for my initial broadcast here. So they match the funds and everything. So I wanted to get that out of the way and taken care of, and get over my initial nervousness, because every time I do something new, I get so scared. And I find that the only way to get over that scared feeling is to just, as one of my friends I met, who's an artist, and I'm sorry, hon, I can't recall your name at the moment, but I do recall the conversation we had. And she was saying that, wow. I talked myself right around that one to the point where I forgot what I was trying to say. Anyway, she was really nice. Oh, that's right. She said that the only way to get over that fear of doing something unknown is to just go live and just do it, and then you get used to it and you won't worry about it as much. Especially if I'm not even like trying to auction things off and I'm just sitting here drawing and doing something I love. It really is not something to fear. But I think in our minds, sometimes we just build things up into a bigger problem than they actually would be. I know I do. I definitely do. So, alrighty. How much time do we have before I get done? Not too much more. I'm just going to sit here and hang out, guys. If anybody has anything to say or you want to ask a question, don't feel like there's a problem with doing that. You definitely can. Just type and say hi. Hi! Lala Luxury. Hi. I'm glad somebody said hi. Like in the chat. Yeah, I'm working on art. Lala, or Luxury. Which do you prefer to be called? Working on this. I also do, sometimes I do watercolors. This is one of my watercolors that I did years ago. And, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just getting back into it. I have kind of been in a situation where I have a lot of my stuff in storage, so I haven't been able to access it. But I just like, bright colors and random shapes and stuff like that. And here's another one. So I may turn some of these into photo prints and put them in the shop. There's some right now. Oh, thank you. Oh, no, not phenomenal, but thank you. You're too kind. It's very cathartic I like the abstract because, we have so many rules in our life, so many things we have to measure up to all the time. But when you sit down and you say, hey, look, I'm going to start drawing, and there's no rules whatsoever, it's helpful. It really is. It's very helpful. And I'm always surprised when I do random stuff like this, the images that pop out. There's things that I didn't intend to show up that just show up. So, yeah, I'm happy to be doing some of it again. I just started this one today. It was a blank canvas at about maybe 12 o'clock, 12 noon this afternoon, and I knew I had a stream coming up, and I don't really have a lot of inventory right now, so I just was gonna sit and do some art, and to pass the time to get the stream that I needed to do. Um, and so yeah, so I started this, and this is like the first one I've worked on in probably 2 years. So um, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like that Eastern influence, the eyes. Um, a little bit. I kind of like that kind of stuff. And I don't know where they come from. They show up in a lot of my stuff. They really do. I see them in a lot of the things that I do. I don't know if it's because it's such a basic shape. The shape of the eye and everything. It's so basic, so it's already almost always in there somewhere, just randomly there. And then I'm like, oh, that could be an eye, so I put an eye there. Who knows? It's just fun. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of inventory. It's making its way across the country. So when I actually have some inventory, I will start doing um, other, the same kind of stuff everybody else is selling. Those kind of things, I've got some Pokemon stuff that are coming in, and I have some clothing that's coming in and things like that. And eventually, I'll do a few more prints and put them in the shop. Right now, the prints are listed in the shop and how many I have, and I only have like 4 of one and 3 of another and 1 of the last one. So if you want them, grab them, because I don't know when I'm going to be printing those designs again. And then I'm going to start making some more of the new designs. So thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming in. And please share if you can. And I don't have another show scheduled yet, but if you want to bookmark them when you see them, that would be helpful. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, what's the next color? I want a big orange pop. Wait a minute. Yeah, big orange pop on this. So I'm gonna. Ooh, that's a pretty. This is that. Where are we at on here? That neon pink color right here that I'm adding. It's gonna look really bright on there. So if you look at my bio, the profile bio for this store here, I have my original music available for download, and if you guys are interested in listening to some of that, and I sing like I have hundreds of videos like karaoke covers and stuff like that on YouTube. Um, so if you're interested in the music side of what I do, it's all there. It's all there. Yeah, I think I will keep up with it because I'm getting older, and the physical parts of me are starting to fall apart, and I'm not sure how long I can do the job I'm doing. So I'm trying to transition into something I can do that while I'm sitting down, if you know what I mean. Um, as opposed to walking all night on a concrete floor. So yeah, we have transitions in our life, and this is one of those times I think in my life. There we go. So I'm using acrylic paint pens. They give me a lot more control. I don't have to worry about drips and um, and errors that way, like you would get with a paintbrush. A lot more convenient just to have the canvas on your lap and use it like you're actually coloring, basically. So much easier. And then that affords you the opportunity to do all your black line work with just say like a Sharpie or something. So you don't have to hold your brush steady and go down those lines and everything. That's too much work. It's supposed to be fun. It's not. You don't want it to be that much work. So yeah, I love these paint markers. They're great. They're just the off-brand. They're the OHUHU. I can't even pronounce it. They're these right here. I got them either on Temu or somewhere. I don't know. Where's the name? Right there. That's what I'm using right now. They're kind of like a cheap knockoff from like the Posca pens and things like that. So, but I love them. This is a brand new set, and I had never actually used these before. A lot of my canvas stuff was actual paint, and this is so much easier. Yeah, I want to follow you guys. Let's see. How does it work when you stop your live stream? Is there a playback? Can you play back the live stream afterwards so that you can grab everybody's names and follow them? Or does all this information disappear when you close your live stream? If anybody could tell me the answer to that, it would be helpful. If this is actually my first stream, I don't know what I'm doing at all. How's that work, Kayla?
It's so you can see the replay, but also when you're in the live,
Yeah,
you can click without leaving
yeah. Just click the
and
name.
push follow like that.
Oh, okay. So, but there's so many people in. I really have. Yeah, I have a great turnout. There's a lot of you that came in, and
But yeah, you'll be able to watch back
Yeah.
later and then just follow those
okay.
people.
So I will. I'll follow y'all back
Yes.
when I
And
watch
also,
it.
I'll show you after because there you'll see who has followed you,
Yeah,
and there's an option just to follow back in your new friends.
Good.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
easy
good.
too.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'd still like to. If they came in, I'd like to follow
Oh,
them,
yeah.
even if they haven't followed me. But
Yes. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
yeah. So that's helpful. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Just my phone's dead, so I couldn't answer you over the phone.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's convenient that you can hear me from the phone and right around the corner. Yay! I like this. This is fun. I might not even auction anything. I might just make a shop and let you guys leisurely shop if you want to. Not just sit here and draw, because it's been so long since I've actually done any art, and I'm really enjoying myself. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. It's working for me. Here's the bright pinky orange that I'm putting on that triangle there. And lots of contrast, so that should be. The thing I like about this kind of a design is that your eye just keeps moving. You don't know where to look next. And that keeps it kind of alive, I think. However, now that I picked up my watercolor painting that I hadn't really looked at in a while, I'm kind of getting where I want to try that again too. I can never decide what I like, which activity I like the best. I like too many things. It's hard to focus. We have more music. Here comes more Barry music. Barry Manilow was like somebody I listen. My grandparents raised me, and I was an only child. Wasn't raised with my brothers and sisters. They were raised elsewhere. So I I spent a lot of time listening to music in my room. I had one really good friend when I was growing up, and we're still friends to this day. But whenever she was busy, I had to come up with things to entertain myself. And I used to listen to Barry Manilow and Karen Carpenter a lot, like a whole lot. And so I just felt a really, really personal connection to Barry. And I was so glad to be able to see him just recently in Philadelphia. He's 81 years old. Actually, he just had a birthday, so now he's 82. Um, and he's still commanding the stage and holding out notes just to humbly, uh, kind of boastfully but humbly, like I can still do it kind of thing. He can hold those notes out and he'll just do it, just to show us he can, and just beautiful. And so yeah, I really enjoy Barry Manilow, and Karen Carpenter was an amazing singer. So if you're young and you haven't heard of either one of them, I highly recommend you look them up. They are well worth passing on to the next generation for sure. I met some really good people who are artists that are on here. And if you haven't checked out the handmade section or the arts and crafts section of the site, I highly recommend that you do. We have some amazing talent here. A lot of people that are very talented, and a lot of times their rooms are not frequent. Oh, I can't talk today. Nobody goes there. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and it's a shame because they're very, very good at what they do. There we go. We're almost done with that pretty color, and I love that we put it there. It's got that bright blue behind it, and it's popping right off the page. Okay, so that's kind of what it's looking like now. The triangle there, and the blue popping from behind. There's going to be a lot of depth to this. If I color in some darks behind the lights and everything, things are going to look like they're floating right off of the canvas, I think. It's really cool. It's so easy. You guys can all do this. If you got to take the rule, you got to take the handcuffs off of your imagination and just don't even plan it. I told my daughter at one point when I was doing this, I said, maybe I should do this or maybe should do that. And I thought, and then I said, no, I'm thinking too hard. When I think too hard, it's not fun and it doesn't work. So don't think at all. Just enjoy it. Yep. Wow, we are doing really good on time here. That's awesome. Let's see. What do I want there? Right yellow. Put some yellow right there in the center. Follow that rule of threes. I just talk about no rules, but there are some rules in art. There's always a rule of threes that it's just for spacing and for balance. But you see there's a really large area of yellow here and a really bright area here of yellow. Generally, the page looks better if you put 3 large areas of something and have them spaced out. Now I could do that here, and I think I will because this is dark in the foreground, and if I put that yellow behind it, it's going to bring this up. It's going to bring this to the foreground even more. It's going to pop it forward. Or I could do it here, but I think I'm going to do it here because it's kind of like a from here to here to here kind of thing, like you're making a triangle And then you've got some orange here and some orange here, so maybe some orange up here. And that's not really a rule, but as far as what I've experienced, it makes things look a little bit more balanced and keeps your eye moving from one color all the way around, and then from the orange all the way around and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to put that right behind the brown, the rusty brown, and we'll see how it looks. What we got here? I'm going to check chat. Hey Kenny, how you doing? Jeffrey, that's an interesting way of spelling Jeffrey. I like that. Hi everybody. Man, you guys are awesome. My name is Teresa. When I'm on my YouTube channel for my music and also for like karaoke covers and stuff, when I'm on there, it's Harmony Teresa Harper. And so you can call me Harmony, you can call me Teresa, you know, just call me. But yeah, glad you're all here. Thank you for coming in. This is my first stream. I don't have a lot of inventory yet. I have ordered some. So in the meantime, I'm working on some art pieces that I can turn into photo prints that I can put in my shop. And I just wanted to get on here and casually, informally talk to you guys and say, hey, and see how y'all are doing today and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're doing. And I'm glad you're here. If you have a question, go ahead and type it. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing. Anything's fine. My daughter was watching. She said her phone ran out of juice. I'm actually surprised that my iPad hasn't. We're doing great though. So has anybody won anything in the giveaways? Tell me what you guys have been winning in the giveaways. I got really blessed for the past 2 days. A lot of cool things have been put in my activity stream, and I'm looking forward to the deliveries of some cool things that I won. Yeah, those giveaways are a really cool feature because you don't even have to purchase anything. It feels like everybody's got a pretty good chance of actually winning something on here, which is really nice. All right, let's see. I'm going to hold this up and see if you guys think that I picked out the right color for behind this rusty brown. I'm thinking maybe, yeah. What do you think? You think that yellow back there is a good place for the yellow? See, it kind of makes it pop. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I'm thinking that all those lines in the back, we have to do something special with those. I was thinking in that particular spot, maybe doing black and white stripes. What do you think? Black and white stripes, guys? Right there? What do you think? Good contrast if we do that? See, we got black and white up here too. We got a red, black and white section right there. So with that triangle rule of threes again, if we put one here black and white, one here black and white, and maybe some of these stripes or something black and white, like the obvious choice would be to make this like a rainbow, but you don't always want to be obvious. So maybe we'll do that. We'll see. I've got black. I'm going to let that yellow dry a little bit though before we do the black because I don't want it to smudge. Anywho, who else is sitting outside and sweating to death like I am? I'm in a garage right now because So that works. What's everybody doing? Did you guys have a good 4th of July? Hi. Hi, Fazo. Nice to have you here. Alex. Can't see anymore. Guys, go ahead and bookmark, follow whatever we do on this site. I'm brand new. I'm going to have more art in the future. I'm going to have these little chat sessions. We've got this plate that we will be auctioning off in a few days after we do a little bit of research on the value of it. And it does have a stand with it that we do, so that's something we may have on here. I also have some vintage record albums that I just discovered at a sale today, and I want to research the value of them. We may auction them off. They are from 1918, when the RCA recording company with the dog in the Victrola was called, what did they, I have to look and see what they referred to it as. It was, Victor Talking Machine Company. Victor Talking Machine Company. That's what they were calling the record player. Talking machine. I guess that's when they had the cylinders and instead of the record player, the LP vinyl things. And these are 78s. So they have the small hull. They're not as big as the record albums that we have, the 33s. They're not as big in diameter, but they have the small hull. And these have like Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald, like really, people that are long gone. And there's a whole bunch of records in here. It's a book. So I found that this probably will be auctioned off at some point. And then we have some Pokemon stuff coming in. We got all kinds of stuff coming in. Little girls' dresses, some hoodies are coming in. I bought a box of toys, but I'm not going to get rid of them. They're my Christmas shopping. I have 33 grandchildren, and I have 8 adult children now, and they've all been fruitful and multiplied. So 33 grandchildren. Yeah, and so when I saw that box of toys and thought about how close it is to Christmas, how quickly that comes, I was like, oh, Grandma's grabbing that whole box. So that's what I did. I grabbed it. Yay. So now I only have to go through and see what's in there, make a few substitutions, and I'll be set for the holidays, which is good. Very, very important to be set for the holidays. All right, our yellow is dry. I'm going to go ahead and do my black and white stripes for some contrast. I don't have a white pen, though, I don't think. Do I? That's something I haven't looked into. Yeah, there is a white one. I mean, you can always leave the paper unpainted, but then it doesn't have the same surface quality as if it has the white on it. So we'll probably do that. We're going to go with the black first, though. And I'll do a few of these lines, and then I'll give you a little peek of what's going on. Let's see, I want the black on the edges. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the first stripe. Oh, I just love these pens. This paint is going onto the canvas so smoothly. Very satisfying. Anybody like gel pens? I love gel pens. They're amazing. So who remembers what my name is? Can anybody remember what to call me? I'm just messing with you guys. Because I think y'all are being shy and you're not talking, and I want you to talk. So talk to me. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Okay, so we got that first black stripe on here on the border of this round piece of whatever this is here. Never know what to call the elements in my abstract drawings because they're so random. Oh, this is my favorite one. Barry Manilow's songs are amazing, a lot of them, but One Voice I think is my favorite. So if you want a good example of what Barry always did, look up Barry Manilow One Voice. It's a very, very nice one. It's playing right now, but I don't have it up very loud. Starts out with the acapella, and I love that. And it's all, there's no backup singers. That's all his voice dubbed over and over and over again into a huge choir by the end of the song. And I just think it's so well done. So this is what it's starting to look like with the black and white. See the black stripes here? So I'm going to go alternating black and white all the way through that. Barry Manilow is the king of the key change. The building up song that builds and builds and builds to the end. It's kind of his trademark. One of these days, I will, when I'm in here drawing, I will put my original songs on in a playlist and play them for you guys. But if you don't want to wait that long, just follow those links in my profile. Oh, this is going to look nice with the black and white, I think. All right. I'm not doing too badly for not having slept much yesterday or last night because I was working all night or today. I've really been stretching it, but I made a promise to you guys that I was going to go live at 3 o'clock today, and I actually jumped in at 2:30 because I wanted to get acquainted with all the controls and things like that. And just be sitting here chilling out when 3 o'clock finally came. Okay, let me look up again from what I'm doing and say hi to people. Hi, Allie. Hi, BA 1025. Nice of you guys to be here. Appreciate it. All of you guys, I'm not going to call y'all by name because I'll just mess them up anyway. But I'm glad you're here. Thank you for that. Please share the stream if you wish. I'm not going to be on here too much longer because, like as I said, I haven't had any sleep for a while. I work overnight at a local store doing maintenance and cleaning and stuff like that. And I didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday because, let's just be honest, I was trying to be in as many giveaways as I could be in, and I couldn't sleep because I was excited about it. But yeah, I couldn't sleep too well. And so then I went to work and I worked all night. And then I came to my daughter's house for a while and was going to do this stream. So then I was trying to get ready for that. Made this design that I'm working on. I was like, well, I just got to make some kind of doodle or something and get some of the lines down and everything, so I have something to work on while I'm talking to everybody. So this is how it's going with the lines. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Which part? There we go. So it's starting to show some volume because of those lines being dark and white and contrast like that. It's making that look like it's three-dimensional to me. Like that yellow and brown part is puffing forward. So contrast is very important if you want to have depth in a drawing. Because like in this one, let's see what we got here. As a good example, one of these I had that I was showing you guys. Be careful. Oh, those are my prints. That's not what I wanted to show you right now. This one. No, this one right here. All the dark areas in the background are what make these triangles and circles and things look like they're floating. Like they're floating in the foreground. So it just gives some depth to it. To me, that actually looks like a yellow wall with a big hole in the middle, and the dark areas are like the shadows in the background, and then all this amazing color is erupting from that yellow, pale yellow wall. That's my interpretation of it. But yeah, yeah, we'll make some prints and stuff and get them in the shop. Hi, wow, so many people dropping by. I really appreciate this, guys. Thank you so much. I work on abstract art. I do some landscapes. Sometimes I do watercolors. This is one I did a couple years ago. And don't really have a place that I can set up and do art at like all the time right now. I'm looking for a residence of my own, and I'm kind of sharing with my family for a little while. So I don't really have a big space to set up all my art supplies and everything like that. And a lot of them are in storage. So a lot of my past work is in storage. But we'll get to it little by little. We'll get it out and I'll show you guys. So anyway, back to the black and white stripes. That's what we were doing. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Crazy Thrifts. How are you guys all doing? Hey, Randy. My name is Harmony Teresa Harper. I am a singer-songwriter. I have some music out on like Apple Music and YouTube Music and stuff like that. The links are all down below in the bio. And then I've sung a lot of like karaoke music over the years, and that's on the HTHMTV YouTube channel. Everything's arranged in, I had a large ant, very, very large, like a bull ant, attached to my arm just now. So that's what that reaction was all about. But it's okay. I'll live. Yeah, so everything's arranged in playlists on my YouTube channel, according to the original artist that sang the songs that I was doing the covers for, or the genre of music. And yeah, so music and art, kind of my thing, or my themes. Oh, hi Deb. So many people. Nice to see all those names. Maybe I will put some faces to some of those names when I'm visiting everybody's rooms and seeing y'all putting your shows on. But I'm brand new. Got a lot to learn. Got a lot to learn. My music stopped. There we go. This is another pretty song by Barry Manilow called All the Time. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's all about feeling like you don't fit in and then finding out everybody kind of feels like that sometimes.
There's only in a way that no one else could be.
Would have given everything I own if someone would have said, "You're not alone." We all feel that way sometimes, don't we? Wanting to be me, needing to belong.
If I'd have just believed in
All I had, if someone would have said, "You're not so bad." All the time, all the wasted time, all the years waiting for a sign. I think I had it all the time. Beautiful song. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we got our black and white stripes now behind that. And that makes the yellow pop. And the yellow makes the brown pop. Hi, guys. Wow. People keep popping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do. I have inventory coming in. I don't know if all of you heard me say that. You probably, some of the new people just popping in wouldn't know that I have inventory coming, but I haven't started actually selling anything yet. So this is my first stream, and I'm an artist and singer, and so I'm filling time with that until I get some actual inventory. We will be auctioning off this plate in the future when I decide how much I want to do that for. And that's Princess Di and Prince Charles. And yeah, picked this up today and thought it would be a good item to auction off at some point. So we'll have that. We've got some Pokemon stuff coming. We've got some little children's brand new with the tag clothing and some different things like that. We'll have a good time in here. And I will be also selling prints of my artwork. And my CDs and music are in the bio. So if any of that interests you guys at all, or you know somebody that it would interest, please share the stream and send them my way. I will follow as many of you as I can catch up with when I watch the replay on this, and hopefully everybody. I'll give you guys a follow. I appreciate y'all being here today. Going to go ahead and get some sleep or some rest at least, because I've been up here all night long working my day job, which is actually a night job. See how that works. And I didn't get any sleep yesterday, and I really haven't had any sleep today or last night. So I'm going to let it go, guys. I really appreciate you guys being in here. Thank you so much for making my first stream a pleasure. I really enjoyed having all of you guys here. And come back again, okay? See y'all. Love you. How do I end the stream? Help me, guys. How do I do this? End show. Bye. All right. Yeah, let's do a raid. I'm gonna raid somebody.
You want to raise somebody?
Yeah, are
I'm
you
gonna
on?
show you if
Are you on?
Who you want to raise?
I want somebody who doesn't have a lot of views. Some like an artist.
You can see how many. These are similar sellers, and you can see how many people. The little number underneath.
Networks.
Upswing threads.
Art and paints. Let's go with networks. We're going to networks. You guys can see them do arts and crafts and things too. Okay? Love y'all. Thanks so much. Bye.